Hello and welcome to Sports Fan Entertainment as the Tennessee Titans defeat the New York Jets 26-22. Yes, the Titan season is still alive, although they better wake the hell up right now because, man, they are sleeping. They are not playing well as a football team, but they're still alive. They're 6-6, 500 now after 12 games, 4 games to go, all being very winnable games. Can they get it done? We're going to discuss that today, but first we're going to discuss the game. Okay, against the New York Jets, they were down 16-0. It was looking as if the season was over. My goodness, it was one of those horrific Tennessee Titans performances, people. It was reminiscent of last year. We would have some games where we'd open up like this and you'd be worried, but we also, like last year, came back and got it done when we needed to. This was also reminiscent of the Eagles' victory this season. Now, luckily, the Eagles are a better team than the Jets, but not by much, surprisingly, so it's very similar to that. Let's start with Marcus Mariota, right? He's the quarterback. He's my guy, and he showed you why. I mean, people, okay, I know he still has some things to improve upon, and this was not his best game of the season at all, okay? Coming off of only 1 incompletion the week before, he had 15 incompletions in this game, missed some throws, held the ball a little bit too long in spots, could have had better pocket presence, all of that I understand. But one thing we know about Marcus Mariota is, man, in the fourth quarter, he turns it on, dog. Now it's up to us, and it's up to him too, to make sure that the game is close, okay, if we're not winning already, so that he has the opportunity to win the game. That's not been the case for the past 2 weeks. The game has been over in the fourth quarter, so there's no need for clutch Marcus Mariota. But if the game is close, he could pull through for us, man. This guy he should still have the most game-winning drives for the past 2 or 3 years at this point. He continues to lead game-winning drives. That is his move. Now, it's not all him. I'm going to give credit to the defense, too. The defense knows how to turn it on. I will see Kevin Byard play his best football in the fourth quarter. Look at Jayon Brown on the defensive side of football. He's doing really good things. We're going to talk about the defense in a little bit. But Marcus Mariota, people, for all his flaws, for all his faults, and I don't think he has that many, he definitely knows how to win games in the fourth quarter. The dude won a playoff game for us. Don't you forget. He won a playoff game for us, and it's games like this that let you know, yeah, he can continue to win playoff games for us. If he can just take this step to becoming a more consistent regular season quarterback, we know once we get to the playoffs, and as long as he can have the help around him, and he doesn't need too much. He just needs more than what we got, because we ain't got enough. We don't got crap right now, honestly. If we get a little more crap offensively, just a little more crap offensively, this guy can lead us to the promised land, people. I truly believe that. He has what it takes inside, right? In his heart, he has what it takes. We can question guys like Matthew Stafford. We can question guys like Alex Smith, like maybe when they go to the playoffs, they choke, man, they seize up, something goes wrong, something's not right. This is not the case with Marcus Mariota. He has it within him to lead game-winning drives, to lead clutch drives, to get big wins. We know that about him. He had the missed throw to Taywan Taylor today. What did he do? He came right back and threw 2 more deep passes to Taywan Taylor. Those were completions. Those led touchdown drives. If not, one probably got a field goal drive, but I know one definitely led a touchdown drive, and ultimately he won us a football game. And he also had the huge clutch run at the end of the game where, yes, he fumbled, but he recovered his own fumble. It didn't matter anyway because there was a penalty on the defense. He delivers. I knew on that third down throw he was going to deliver again. He delivers if it's possible. Now, yes, he did not deliver against the Chargers 2-point conversion, which again we should not have done, and it's looking more and more costly by the moment. But he will deliver more often than not. How about my boy Marcus Mariota? Now, the run game is still disastrous. I mean, to be quite honest with you, I mean, the numbers weren't too bad today, but I just have no faith in this running game. It's just not a consistent run game. It's not a very exciting run game. It's not a very motivating run game. Now, Derrick Henry finally got his rushing touchdown today, so Matt LaFleur is finally learning this big secret. Okay, this is a big secret he didn't know. Derrick Henry's good at the goal line. I know, it's surprising, right? Why would a 6'3", 247-pound running back be good at the goal line? I don't know. But Matt LaFleur figured it out today. He got one run, and he got in. And he was stopped initially, and he still got in. Give him these stupid short goal line carries, please. I mean, there's a thing, it exists as overthinking yourself with these wide receivers, okay? Why are we so eager to throw the ball at the goal line, run the ball in with Derrick Henry, and he's going to most likely get in? That's his move. That's what we were able to do in the Mike Mularkey days because they did not have the creativity. So they just said, I don't know, give it to Henry. And it would work. Okay, so let's do more of that. But Dion Lewis, he did have 6 yards of carry today, but again, I'm just not very, I have no faith in this run game. I mean, I really don't. I'm done with Derrick Henry. I mean, again, he played okay today. He got the touchdown, but I'm done with Derrick Henry. I think we need a big-time running back in Tennessee. And not even like a huge one. We don't need an Ezekiel Elliott, but can we at least get like a Kareem Hunt or Melvin Gordon? Like, just give me a borderline top 10, but a good running back. I'll take it. We don't have that. Right now, we do not have a top 20 running back in this league. It's been proven all year. You can see it. Dion Lewis can do some things. I want him as the backup running back. I want him as a tool in this offense. But man, we do not have that top 10 running back right now, and I want one. Because you see Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon is good. Phillip Rivers is good. They have a good wide receiver core. They have a good defense, and they still may not make the Super Bowl. Okay, you need a lot of weapons. We need to get a lot more weapons in here. And with Marcus Mariota not being like a Phillip Rivers level or a Tom Brady level or Patrick Mahomes level, and by the way, all of them have better running backs than we have. We better step our running back game up, okay? Because we got to compete with these guys. I mean, if not this year, then definitely next year, because I don't think Brady's leaving anytime soon. So we got to get to that level, guys. We got to get a Melvin Gordon. We got to get a Kareem Hunt, who luckily now is gone from the Kansas Chiefs. Maybe we could sign him. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not suggesting that, but that's a possibility. I'm just saying. We got to get one of those guys because this running game, it ain't good enough. I mean, it's not going to compete in the AFC right now. Even James Conner is much better than anything we got going on right now in Tennessee, and that may be a lot to do with the offensive line. I'll give you that. Perhaps once we upgrade Josh Klein, and hopefully if we do, just move on from this guy, and Ben Jones, and perhaps the running game will look a lot better, right? We'll return to the days of DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. But even then, we knew back then, although Murray was having a good season, we knew it really wasn't going to last. We knew we didn't really have that guy at the running back position. We thought Derrick Henry would mold into that guy. He didn't. Let's go get that guy. We have a lot of things to do in the offseason. That's one of the things I think we need to do. The receivers today, Taywan Taylor, he came back and he played well. Now again, I'm not going to let this disillusion me, okay? I'm not going to do this, okay? Because people are saying, you see, he's a number 2 wide receiver. No, shut up. He ain't no number 2, he's a number 3. He's a number 3 wide receiver if you want to go compete with Kansas City and New England and LA. In Houston right now, he's a number 3. He's a guy that can come in, have these, these nice plays, make a big play every now and then. He's not consistent enough as a route runner. He's not consistent enough as a pass catcher. He's just not. As a receiver, he's just not. He's a number 3, but I think he can be a good number 3 for us. I think he's going to continue to develop, and I like his development. So, okay, that's fine. And Corey Davis, he's developing into a decent number 1. I don't think he's ever going to be a DeAndre Hopkins, but DeAndre Hopkins took a while to become DeAndre Hopkins, right? It did take DeAndre Hopkins, I want to say, at least well into year 2 and then really year 3 before he really popped off. So we could still see some more progression here. Same goes with like an Antonio Brown and Emmanuel Sanders, etc. So he can still ascend, and he will still ascend. He'll still get better. We do need that number 2 guy, right? We need a good number 2 to me to come into this offense. So I'm talking about big number 1 running back right now, and I'm talking number 2 wide receivers becoming more and more clear to me. That's what we need. Now, they were available. Okay, their names were Demaryius Thomas, and their names was Golden Tate and Amari Cooper, and we didn't get them. And Amari Cooper is damn near number 1, right? So we could have had 2 number 1s, not top 5 number 1s, but 2 at least top 15, top 20 number 1s, and Amari Cooper and Corey Davis, and that would have carried us into the next 5+ years, but we didn't want to do that. So that's still a need that I see. But for this game, okay, I like what Corey Davis did for the most part. I mean, he only caught 3 of his 7 targets, but 42 yards, got the touchdown, so I'm happy, right? Game-winning touchdown, it's hard to complain. So Taylor did his thing. Tajay Sharp did his thing, but again, he's a number 4. I'm sorry, you just throw them a ball occasionally. I don't really want him a part of your offense. No one's gonna game plan for him defensively. Just a guy that goes out there and catches balls, okay? And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't need to cut him. He's definitely a player worth being on this roster. But number 3, I think it's just been too costly for us this year. Anthony Firkser. Okay, I'm going to stop disrespecting this guy. Caught all 3 of his targets today, had the touchdown. I think he might be the better backup tight end between him and Jonnu Smith, because Jonnu Smith can't do anything. Again, with an opportunity for him to catch the ball, huge touchdown in this game, he couldn't come through with it. Yes, there was a little bit of an unexpected throw. Marcus Mariota was rolling to his left, he was buying time, but you have to, it just went off of his hands. It went off his hand like he threw it off the wall, like he was playing wall ball. I mean, this guy's hand stinks, he can't block. I want Jonnu Smith cut. He's Dorial Green Beckham. Yes, he had the great touchdown last week. He's Dorian Green Beckham. He's very athletic. If you get the ball in his hands in the open field, he can do something, but that's too hard to do. It's too hard to do that, and when he can't block it, when he can't do anything, he's worthless. Get Delaney Walker back healthy. I'm fine with any Ferguson, and then get rid of John Newsom. Cut him. I don't think he's even worth keeping. I think he's awful. I really think he's awful. I really think it's really, really bad. And then number 3 tight end, I don't care. Okay, but I think that's what we got to do. I'm tired of John. I'm done for John Newsom, man. I can't keep seeing him doing such a horrible job blocking. He can't block to save his life. To save his life, he can't do it. Defensively, things are coming together defensively again. Now, we had our struggles early, but I like what Rashaan Evans did. Okay, he led the team in tackles. I like that. Jayon Brown continues to improve. So you gotta love our inside linebacking trio right now with Rashaan Evans, Wesley Woodyard, and Jayon Brown. I feel comfortable with those guys for the next 3+ years until Wesley Woodyard retires. He'll probably retire 1 to 2 years from now, but you'll still have Brown and Rashaan Evans in there, so that should be a nice duo for the next 3 years at least. So I like that. So that's something on this roster that I definitely look at and I say, I like what's going on there. Outside linebackers, Harold Landry came back. He was making a lot more noise in this game. Now I want him to get home. Sacks aren't a big deal, but dude, they're a deal to me. I don't want to see just pressures. I want you to get home. Only 2 sacks on the season for him. He should have more, period. Sacks stop drives, right? Instead of it being a 2nd and 10, it'll be a 2nd and 18. Good luck converting that, right? They're a big deal. We got to get home. We have to end these drives and get field positioning for our offense. We're not doing enough of that. We need to get more sacks right now. You saw Jayon Brown get one. You saw Jarrell Casey get one. Great game for Jarrell Casey as well. But we got to get more from our outside linebackers in terms of sack production. It matters. They kill drives. They stop drives. Got to get more sacks. We're not getting enough of those, especially from our outside linebackers. We need more there. Derek Morgan, I saw him popping a little bit more in this game. But how about Malcolm Butler, okay? Who had his best game yet, had a game-sealing interception, had a nice run stuff as well. He was doing some nice things in this game. Looks like he's starting to finally, hopefully, becoming better and more comfortable in this offense. Well, that said, then you had Adoree Jackson struggling, so damn it, I don't know why we can't get all 3 of our cornerbacks playing well together simultaneously. For some reason, that's something that we cannot do, because I think Adoree Jackson may have had his worst game of the season next to last week in this game, and really the past couple of weeks. So I don't know why he's starting to struggle now, just as Malcolm Butler turns the corner. That is annoying to me. But Kevin Byard, I thought he had a really good game. Kenny Vaccaro still doing his thing. The defense struggled early, rallied late, and ultimately the Titans got it done. So, as I told you last week, this thing ain't over yet, people. Just because of the schedule, okay? I mean, really, you just look at the schedule, man. Every single game is winnable. In fact, I will tell you right now, the Titans, I think, are going to be favored in almost every game to end the season, except for maybe week 17. They might give the Colts like -1 or -2 points. Like, that's probably going to be about it. I think even going to Washington, the Titans, they might be underdogs there, but again, only by 1 or 2 points. Every single game is winnable. Now, the question is whether or not they're going to win them. They're not there yet, right? Because the past 3 weeks, what happened? They got trounced by the Colts, they got pretty much dominated by the Texans, and they almost lost to the New York Jets, who are not good. So right now they're playing like one of the worst teams in the league. Not one of the worst, but definitely one of the worst ones, right? They're playing like a 6-10 team right now, let's say, right? 6-10, 5-11 team. We've seen them this season play like a 10-6, 11-5, even 12-4 win team. That looked like a 12-4 win team when they went and they trounced New England in Tennessee. So we've seen the spectrum this season. We've seen from the top to the bottom what this team can do. Now I look over to the NFC and I look at the Dallas Cowboys, right? For some reason, and I don't know what it is, Amari Cooper trade, that had a little bit to do with it, okay? And by the way, we could have had that. We could have had that, by the way, we didn't want it. So that has a little bit to do with it, but more so, they just got a little more comfortable, they rallied, they found it within themselves, and they got going. Okay, and I've seen from this team that we can do that, right? When we needed to win last year, needed to win week 17 to get in, we got it done. When we were against Kansas City, in the playoffs, no one was giving us a shot, we got it done. There is something within the identity of this team, within Marcus Mariota, within Kevin Byard, within Jarrell Casey, and now I'm seeing it within Corey Davis as well, within the Taylor Lewan and his fire. They have the ability to band together and get it done when they really need to. Now, I wish they would be able to stay awake, But, you know, they have the ability to do that. So if they can really focus for 4 weeks, and it's going to require most likely 4 weeks, then they can get it done. Now, there's still a chance they can get in at 9-7 too. I'm still keeping my eyes on that because the Colts unexpectedly lost to the Jaguars last week. Maybe some more unexpected losses are coming for them. And the Baltimore Ravens, right? That's the big other team to look for. They're 7-5 right now, and they beat us, right? And they beat us bad. So they're going to LA to face the LA Chargers, and they're also going to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. All right, that'll put them at 9-7 at best to me, because to me they will lose both of those games, most likely. Although the Chargers like to choke, I feel comfortable saying the Chargers will beat the Ravens. They also host the Buccaneers and the Browns. They could choke one of those, so we could get in at 9-7. The plan right now is 10-6. So do know, if we do lose to the Jags, which hopefully we don't, we're still alive. It's worse than now. But right now, we're pretty good. Because I tell you, if we win out, we're in. Okay, if we win out, we're in. And we're talking Jaguars, we're talking Giants, we're talking Redskins, and we're talking Colts. None of those teams are making me shake and shiver. Especially after the Colts lost 0-6 this week. This team is still alive, people. They're still alive. They're not well, but they're still alive, and they're becoming well. They're getting better. They're getting well soon. So we'll see what the weeks will have for us. I'll be back Thursday night to discuss the Tennessee Titans versus the Jacksonville Jaguars, and hopefully we'll be talking about another victory. Indeed. Until next time, this has been MJ of Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. See you all later.